Lovely Runners episode 5 commences with Sungjae and Im-sol riding in a cab, bound for home. Im-sol expresses her curiosity about how Sungjae found her, to which he explains that he spotted her dozing on the bus, missing her stop. Upon reaching their destination, they bid farewell. Im-sol comes to the realization that Sungjae has been her silent protector all along, her clandestine hero. She hadn't grasped this until she had the chance to revisit the past. Determined not to squander any more opportunities, she ponders if this is the reason for her journey back in time. Undeterred by Sungjae's initial reluctance, Im-sol persists in her endeavor to share life's beauty with him. From rainbows to simple pleasures, she eagerly showcases everything to him. Despite occasional awkward moments, such as her bra accidentally landing at his house, their connection deepens. They even commence walking to school together. Though Sungjae may assert they cannot be friends, his actions suggest otherwise. His heart is continually moved whenever Im-sol does something endearing or unexpected, like rescuing him from an oncoming bike. She even presents him with a time capsule, which they bury together. They pledge to rendezvous on January 1st, 2023, to unearth the time capsule. Im-sol hopes he will remember to join her, potentially altering his fate, as that's the day he meets his demise. At one point, he offers her his tie, knowing he would be reprimanded for not wearing one. Taesung observes this and feels envious. Their homeroom teacher penalizes them, instructing them to run a few laps. No worries, Sungjae emerges victorious in the race, though Taesung keeps pace. Taesung isn't the sole one sizing up the competition. In-hyuk informs Sungjae about Taesung's scheme to date Im-sol to push Jae-hyun away. Sungjae mulls over disclosing the truth about Taesung to Im-sol but opts against it. As they complete a few laps as punishment from their teacher, their envy becomes more palpable. Meanwhile, the 2008 Olympics are underway, and Gundeok endeavors not to immerse himself too much in the games for the sake of his son. Yet, he finds himself unable to resist. Simultaneously, he isn't the only one attempting to divert Sungjae's attention from the ongoing Olympics. Im-sol invites him to the movies, and they spend the day together. Unfortunately, a false fire alarm at the theater compels them to depart, leading them to encounter people watching the swimming match. Sungjae is moved to tears as South Korea secures the gold medal. Later, he reassures Im-sol that he's fine and doesn't require her distraction. He expresses no regrets about his swimming endeavors, as they've brought him much joy, and he would make the same choice again. As they journey back home, they discuss their newfound aspirations. With Sungjae no longer pursuing athletics, he needs to prepare for the national exam. Im-sol offers her assistance with his studies. Along their way, they chance upon Bok-soon on a date and conceal themselves. Elsewhere, upon finally arriving home, Sungjae converses with his father, assuring him of his well-being. Gundeok had feigned that the TV was malfunctioning. What a caring father! Meanwhile, Im-jeom informs Im-sol of a call from the police. Im-sol visits the station the following day, but the police only recover her purse. She had hoped to retrieve her phone as well, but they explain they were preoccupied with a homicide case. Someone had buried a deceased individual near where that peculiar man assaulted Im-sol. Im-sol visits the crime scene, crowded with onlookers, and the sound of jingling keys triggers a memory. Based on this recollection, it's conceivable that Im-sol's accident wasn't what it seemed. She might have been one of the victims of this murderer. Unfortunately, her memory is too hazy to discern its significance. Simultaneously, a man is seen walking towards a cab, clutching Im-sol's phone. It prompts speculation about whether the cab driver is the culprit. Amidst this love triangle, Taesung misses band rehearsal. With a performance looming, tensions rise. Taesung's absence, coupled with the vocalist's shortcomings, throws a wrench into the band's preparations, prompting In-hyuk to contemplate recruiting Sungjae. Following her father's memorial, where Im-sol implores him to save her and Sungjae, she embarks on learning to ride a bicycle. It's a long-standing desire, unfulfilled due to her father's absence. Sungjae chances upon her and offers assistance. While he claims to possess patience and composure for teaching, he proves mistaken. Their interaction devolves into bickering until they adjust their approach, ultimately leading to Im-sol's success. They opt to forego studying and encounter Taesung. He invites Im-sol to attend his band's performance as his significant other. Hadn't they agreed to a ceasefire? Simultaneously, In-hyuk invites Sungjae to assist him in selecting an outfit for the performance. They encounter Taesung, prompting Sungjae to purchase the same jacket as his rival. Later, the two groups cross paths, with Taesung and Sungjae vying for Im-sol's attention. Oblivious to the competition, Im-sol remains focused on Sungjae. Meanwhile, Hyunwoo begins to flirt with him in an attempt to erase thoughts of Im-jeum. Soon, it's time for their show, but the main singer can't come. In-hyuk asks Sungjae to sing instead, and it turns out to be a good idea. At first, Sungjae feels nervous, but once he starts singing, he pours his heart into it. Im-sol gets emotional watching him. She remembers how he sang in the past.